Previously on X-Men.
Hello there in internet land. This is episode 12 of the 2025 season of the F1 Chat. I'm your host, Phil Lamington. Sitting to my left is a man who is rather happy because I believe his team is Constructor's world champion again. That's JB. JB, how are you, my friend?
Yes, back to back. Constructors World Champions finally, but not without a bit of tension.
Tension? You want to call it that?
That's probably as lightly as we can put it at this stage.
Yeah, we'll get into it a bit later. We'll get some tension happening a bit later.
Yes.
But this is a bit of a double episode because we've got the Azerbaijan F1 and the Singapore F1 to cover.
We do?
I'm just going to give my thoughts on the Baku F1 right now. It was fucking boring. Procedural, boring bullshit. I've seen more overtaking at Coles.
See more overtaking in the K-Lands car park, to be honest, but
People trying to get out of the showgrounds.
no. Yeah, no. No, it was, yeah. Neither of these races really lived up to the hype, did they?
No. It really was. Oscar Piastri had a thing happen, and then that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. That's all it was.
That's all it was.
But before we actually get into this, I've got a question for you. So, how was your Halo night on Saturday night?
Yeah, that night was fantastic.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a really good one of them.
Yes,
You know.
yes. Anyone not associated with Halo Night, it was very good. It was very good.
Yeah, it was a nice bit of fun, despite the fact that everything broke.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a Halo Night without some failures.
Yeah, waiting 5 hours for the Master Chief Collection to install on the Xbox Series X,
Nothing like some last-minute pressure for you, mate.
But no, I think everyone had fun, and a lot of people who were first-timers were like, yeah, we'll be back next year for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely an event.
So, yeah, it's definitely a highlight of the gaming calendar.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to get straight into the Baku F1. So I hand it over to you, JB.
Yeah, we'll go back a couple of weeks. The 2025 Qatar Airlines Azerbaijan Grand Prix from the Baku Street Circuit, lap 1. Max Verstappen starts on pole position alongside Carlos Sainz. Oscar Piastri has a horror start, jumping the start and nearly stalling as he falls to dead last. Entering turn 5, the Mclaren locks up hard on the brakes, and Oscar slams into the barriers, the championship leader out of the Grand Prix on the opening lap. Lap 5, Charles Leclerc jumps Lando Norris off the safety car restart for 8th place. Lap 6, Fernando Alonso is handed a 5-second time penalty for jumping the start in reaction to Oscar doing the same. Lap 8, Lewis Hamilton passes Isaac Hadjar for 9th. Lap 10, George Russell fights his way past Yuki Tsunoda for 5th. Lap 17, Lewis Hamilton has a lock-up and just saves himself from hitting the barriers. Alex Albon hits Franco Colapinto. Colapinto is spinning out to dead last. Lap 19, Kimi Antonelli pits for hard tyres. Lap 21, Liam Lawson undercuts Kimi Antonelli off his pit stop, but loses out to Kimi 1 lap later, falling to 10th. Lap 26, Kimi Antonelli passes Gabriel Bortolotti for 8th. Lap 28, Carlos Sainz pits for hard tyres. Lap 35, Gabriel Bortoleto passes Nico Hulkenberg for 12th. Lap 37, Lewis Hamilton pits for hard tyres. Lap 38, Lando Norris has a slow 4.1 second pit stop, dropping behind Liam Lawson and Charles Leclerc. Lap 39, Liam Lawson passes Yuki Tsunoda as Yuki comes out of the pit lane. Lap 40, George Russell pits, just getting out ahead of Carlos Sainz. Lap 41, Max Verstappen pits from the lead of the Grand Prix and cruises back out into the lead of the race comfortably. Lando Norris passes Charles Leclerc for 7th. Lap 51, Max Verstappen wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix ahead of George Russell and Carlos Sainz, who gets his first podium for Williams.
His first smooth operation for the Williams team.
Absolutely.
In 4th place was Kimi Antonelli for Mercedes. 5th place was Liam Lawson in the Racing Bulls. 6th place was Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull. Thanks for coming to the party finally, Yuki. 7th place was Lando Norris in the McLaren. 8th place was Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari. 9th place was Charles Leclerc in the other Ferrari. And 10th was Isaac Hadjar in the other Racing Bull. So, Max Verstappen drove a race.
He drove a very good race.
Yeah.
And he sailed off, didn't he?
Yeah.
Despite the complete lack of pace from the McLarens all weekend. And Oscar sending it into the barriers twice.
Yeah.
Once in qualifying and once at the start of the race.
Yeah, well, we'll get to Piastri in a second, but, yeah, Max, he did what he had to. He dotted the I's, he crossed the T's, and crossed the finish line in first place.
Yeah. A very unbothered day, Mr. Verstappen. Fresh off his GT3 win.
Yeah, in a Ferrari.
Yeah. There's one Ferrari that's had a win this year. And it wasn't either Hamilton or Leclerc driving one.
Right, so we're going to move on to the key drivers. So I got key driver photo number uno.
Yes, featuring God.
No, it's just a photo of Senna.
Yes, God.
No, it's not a photo of Schumacher.
No.
That's the second one.
It's God.
That's not God.
It's God.
Anyway, my key drivers. Carlos Sainz.
Yes.
Great to see him on the podium.
Smooth up on it. Yep. Put it on the front row and then put it on the podium.
Yeah, it was
Hell of a drive.
hell of a drive.
That Williams actually looked pretty good on the streets of Baku.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you graduate from Microsoft Excel.
Can't see much for his teammate, but Carlos had a good weekend.
Yeah, it was just a really solid drive from Carlos and showing what he can do and showing that there is some form of life in that Williams.
Absolutely.
Next key driver was George Russell.
Yeah.
He drove a race.
He drove a race.
Next key driver was Kimi Antonelli.
Yeah. Bouncing back from his little mid-season slump there.
Yeah, he's starting to get a little bit of form.
He's starting to get a little bit of confidence back.
Yeah. And my final key driver was Liam Lawson.
Yeah.
He actually did all right,
He
the
did
young
well.
fella.
He did very well at the streets of Baku.
So he
Got his elbows out and didn't drive like a dickhead.
Yeah. Yeah. We get the helmet drivers. The old school helmet driver photo. Helmet drivers. So Lance Stroll. Because it's just not this if you don't put the window liquor in there.
He just has to be there.
Next helmet driver was Esteban Ocon. Had a little bit of an incident with the Hulk.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Hey, it's the old Ocon creeping back in again.
Yeah, he runs out of talent every now and then, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does dumb things and wins stupid prizes. And the next one was Alex Albon. Had an absolute shocker.
He just had a really bad weekend.
He must have swapped brains with Carlos Sainz or something.
Yeah, he's just seemed to have run out of talent lately.
Yeah. And it pains me to do this, but Oscar Piastri jumped the start and then even put it into the wall.
Absolute nightmare of a weekend.
Just a shocker.
Nightmare of a weekend in a car that I thought had pace. But I mean, even Lando qualified 7th, so how much pace did it really have?
Well, I mean, that's what we say at Ferrari every race. How much pace has it got? Not quite enough.
Yeah, it looks quick.
It looks quick. at the end of FP1.
Yeah. Looks great when everyone's sandbagging.
Yeah.
When the real pace comes out and it's not there.
You're better off with a Coles shopping trolley at this rate.
Honestly.
Right, so who are you voting for this one?
It'll be the first and last time this ever happens. Oscar
Piastri. Yeah.
Just an absolute binned it in qualifying, jumped the start, anti-stalled it, and then binned it five corners later.
He just
He's Webbered the start, but he's just... Ironically, it is his team manager, Mark Webber, but instead of getting the timing right and falling backwards, he's just got the timing wrong and fallen backwards. So
he fell into the wall.
He's made his manager proud with that one, and hopefully he puts it behind him and moves on because it was not a good day.
All right, so we're going to move on to the drivers' standings at the end of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. In 10th place is Nico Hulkenberg with 37 points. 9th place is Isaac Hadjar with 39 points. 8th place is Alexander Albon with 70 points. 7th place is Kimi Antonelli with 78 points. 6th place is Lewis Hamilton with 121 points. 5th place is Charles Leclerc with 165 points. 4th place is George Russell with 212 points. 3rd place is Max Verstappen with 255 points. 2nd place is Lando Norris with 299. And Oscar Piastri has 324. And the Constructors, Alpine is last with 20 points. Haas is 9th with 44. Kick Sauber is 8th with 55. Aston Martin is in 7th with 62. 6th place is Racing Bulls with 72. Williams have hit triple figures with
For the
101.
first time in a long time.
A long time.
Raise the bat. You've hit a ton.
If you listen to it closely, you can hear a very excited Longhorn just going, woo! Yeah! So Williams are in 5th with 101 points. 4th place is Red Bull with 272 points. Ferrari are in 3rd now with 286 points. Mercedes are in 2nd with 290, and McLaren have got 623 points. Gee, I wonder if they can win the Constructors.
I guess we'll find out. To be continued. Remember this? Oh, you probably didn't watch this movie. It's like, to be continued immediately. Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Starting right now.
Actually, I was going to go previously on the X-Men.
Oh, now I got the X-Men theme in my head.
They redid it for X-Men 97 that came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, I just remember the original one in the 90s.
Yeah, it's the same theme.
Is it really?
They re-recorded it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's great. I'll show you after the show.
Hell yeah.
Right, so we're going to move on now to the Singapore Grand Prix from Singapore, in Singapore, part of Singapore. So
The only part of Singapore.
So we're going to hand it over to JB
Yeah.
for the Singapore report. Take it away.
We're back in the 2025 Singapore Airlines Singapore Grand Prix.
From Singapore.
In Singapore, from Singapore.
With that Singapore heat.
Next to the Bay of Singapore.
But they don't have the Singapore Sling corner anymore.
No, they've actually updated this track quite well.
Yeah.
They got rid of the sling and they got rid of the stadium section, so...
Jolly good.
Yes.
Even though the photo we're putting up
Even
for
though
the
the
track.
map that you're using is outdated now. That Sectors 3 square is no longer there.
Thank God.
There's the Marina Bay Street Circuit of 2025, the 2025 layout. Lap 1. George Russell starts on pole position alongside Max Verstappen on a damp Marina Bay Street Circuit ahead of lights out. I was so excited when it rained before the race.
It had no effect.
And then it was so hot on the ground that it all evaporated. It's like, oh, it's raining, but it's so hot on the ground that all the cars started on slicks anyway. It's like, all that excitement that you think's about to happen is not going to happen.
Null and
We're
void.
not getting a 2017 race start. The greatest race start in the history of this race. George Russell gets the whole shot. Lando Norris hip and shoulders Oscar Piastri out of the way for third. doing a little damage to his front wing in the process. Lap 4, Fernando Alonso passes Isaac Hadjar for 8th. Lap 14, Yuki Tsunoda pits for Red Bull. Gabriel Bortoleto pits for a new front wing after contact at the race start. Lap 20, Max Verstappen pits for hard tyres. Lap 25, Lewis Hamilton has a slow pit stop for Ferrari. Lap 26, George Russell pits from the lead of the Grand Prix as his Mercedes teammate Kimi Antonelli comes in behind him. Lap 27, Lando Norris pits from the lead of the race for hard tyres. A lap later on lap 28, Oscar Piastri pits, the left rear tyre getting stuck on as he loses 5 seconds in the pit lane, although he does maintain position on track by still getting out ahead of Charles Leclerc. Lap 45, Nico Hülkenberg spins out after pinching the rear brakes, sliding down the escape road but avoiding further damage. Lap 60, Lando Norris pressures Max Verstappen, but Max holds firm in second place. Lewis Hamilton's brakes begin to fade as he runs wide, battling Fernando Alonso, and he's handed a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Meanwhile, up ahead of him on lap 62, George Russell wins the Singapore Grand Prix ahead of Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. McLaren's 3rd and 4th places, clinching their 2nd consecutive Constructors World Championship. Bring on the gold, baby. They are champions again. And now it is going to be a fight to the finish for the real title.
Right, so I'm just finding the ratified positions, because the ones that the F1 website put up had Lewis Hamilton finishing 7th.
Yes.
But then he got the penalty, which dropped him down. So I think
they've been ratified. Lewis dropped to 8th.
He dropped to 8th. Okay, cool.
And Fernando finished 7th.
7th, yeah. Right, so in 4th place was Oscar Piastri in the McLaren. 5th place was Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes. 6th place was Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. 7th place was Fernando Alonso in the Aston Martin whinging mobile. 8th place was Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari. 9th place was Ollie Behrman in the Haas.
He put out a good one, yeah.
And 10th place, doing a slightly smooth operation, is Carlos Sainz in the Williams. So, George Russell drove a solid race.
Flawless weekend. He really likes this track after beating it 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, you know, when he went for the gap.
He went for the gap 2 years ago, and ever since then he's driven really well.
And so, you know, he drove a solid race, got the 25 points at the end of it.
A little bit surprised about McLaren's pace this year, considering how well they did last year. But
well, you know, Lando Norris had a slightly broken front wing, and it doesn't like being in the dirty air of another car.
No, it really doesn't.
But that kind of brings me to a sort of slight sidestep here, which was, I thought we had these new fucking regulations so we didn't have to do dirty air.
I guess it still happens at some tracks.
Because because of the porpoising, they lightened some of the rules, so that it's still got some of the characteristics of the previous generation's cars that can't follow in the dirty air.
Well, that's probably why.
Fucking, what was the point?
Yeah, well, Singapore's so hot that if you get too close to the car in front,
Yeah.
you start cooking your engine anyway, so...
And, I mean, all the drivers had to wear special cool suits
Yeah.
this year.
They
Most of the
actually
drivers didn't want to wear it.
They had cool suits and they had air pipes, and for the drivers that didn't want to wear cool suits, they got 500 grams added to their ballast to compensate for the drivers that did.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why you wouldn't be wearing a cool suit. Holy.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, you
I'd
want
be
to be
wearing
comfortable.
I'd be wearing a cool suit right now if I could. Brilliant.
All right, so, yeah, George Russell drove a really sensible race.
Flawless race. Track record in qualifying. And then took the lead and didn't look back in the race.
Yeah, just go to woe.
Yeah.
All right, key drivers. There we go. There's a picture of two gods.
Two gods.
Including the god.
Mika Hakkinen, yes.
No. The other one in the red. the Michael.
Michael's pretty good.
Yeah, he's God. First key driver was Max Verstappen.
You know, well, he was complaining the whole race about that Red Bull, but still finished second.
Yeah, and he fought off Lando Norris for like 20 laps.
Yeah, had shitty downshifts and the balance was off, and he looked up and he nearly binned it.
Yeah.
There was a lap there where he nearly binned it, and I think Lewis nearly binned it too at one point.
Yeah.
But, no, got away with it, drove well, despite... And I guess that goes to show just how maybe poor McLaren's pace were, that even with an ailing Red Bull, they still couldn't catch Max.
Yeah. My next key driver was Oscar Piastri.
Well, lucky he was still in the race after turn 2.
Yeah, well.
Considering Lando bumped Max and then bumped Oscar into the wall, and then the stewards and the team were fine with both.
Yeah, well. And Piastri also had the issue at the pit stop.
And he had a 5-second pit stop, but he still managed to,
Still managed to come home fourth.
But yeah, if that didn't highlight how bad the McLaren is in dirty air, then I don't know what will.
Okay. Next key driver was Kimi Antonelli.
Yes,
Another solid day at the office.
Again, he's got some confidence heading into the end of the season. Seems to have shaken off his little mid-season slump.
Yeah.
Starting to put on the performances that got him the seat in the first place.
But you know what? We're gonna really see what Kimi Antonelli's really worth in a few races' time. In Brazil. That's going to be the track that makes or breaks him.
Yeah, that's definitely...
God's country.
Oh, yeah.
That's the track that makes or breaks people, because if the weather's on...
Oh, yeah.
Then you'll see whether he is the goods.
If it's raining in Sao Paulo, we're going to find out how everyone is.
Yeah.
Max will win that race by like 9 minutes. He loves that track of the wet.
My next key driver was Charles Leclerc.
Yeah.
Solid race.
Did well.
Nothing to complain about. And him and Hamilton actually did team strategy and didn't crash into each other or complain or anything.
Yeah, McLaren doesn't know what that is. McLaren takes my Halo gaming advice that teamwork is for pussies.
My next key driver is Ollie Behrman. Got in the points.
Yeah, got a point.
He got 2 points.
That's good for Haas in the championship.
Yeah. Next key driver, Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, got a point.
Started from last.
Yeah, got a point.
Yeah.
Fair result, backing up his podium.
And my final key driver, purely because he has had the week from hell, is Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, that man had a mental cloud over him coming in.
And then his brakes went on him. That's why I didn't put him in the helmet drivers for getting a 5-second penalty, because it really wasn't his fault.
Yeah, the brakes were going. He's just trying to finish the race.
Yeah, he's just trying to survive.
Yeah, honestly.
He's just had an absolute shocker of a week, and he's got to go home and rebuild. He's got 2 weeks to sort of get his life back together, really.
Yeah, honestly, he's gonna. It's gonna be a long 2 weeks or good 2 weeks for him, maybe. I don't know. Just a mental break. He needs one.
So the helmet drivers. Here we go. We got the PK kick. It's back. How fitting.
The PK kick returns.
Right. So my first helmet driver was Pierre Gasly. What a shocker.
When you lucks out, you lucks out.
And he re-signed with this team.
I know. He's an idiot. He got so much talent to not be on that shithole of a team.
Well, I mean, next year they're going to have Mercedes power units, so that's something.
Well, yeah, it's something. We'll see.
Maybe he needs like a Catholic priest to bless the car before he drives it.
He needs something. Obviously, talent alone isn't enough.
Speaking of talent alone isn't being enough, my next helmet driver is Alexander Albon, because he's had another shocker.
He's had another abysmal weekend.
Just, it's polar. His driving style is bipolar.
He had the wood over Carlos for the first half of the year, and now it's completely swung.
Yeah.
He's just lost all his consistency, all his momentum. He's still top 10 in the championship, but my God,
Yeah.
it's fallen right off the cliff for Alex Albon.
Speaking of falling right off the cliff, the next helmet driver is Yuki Tsunoda. Absolute shocker.
Top 6 is in Baku, and then 2 weeks later, it's just nowhere again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottom 6.
Yeah,
Just shocking.
yeah.
Speaking of shocking, next helmet driver is the amazing, the incredible Lance Stroll.
Just talented.
just, you know.
Just absolutely talented.
And I think you can guess who's next.
Well,
I put Lando Norris on here because, like, he got third, but at what cost?
well, now it's the beginning of Oscar Piastri's villain arc, isn't it?
You know, so who are you voting for?
I'd like to give it to Lando, but I think the onus is more on the team. I don't know. I think it's Gasly's had a bad day.
Yeah,
Gasly's had a terrible day.
Yeah, we'll give
Stroll finished where Stroll was probably destined to finish. Tsunoda, that's pretty disappointing. Yeah, I'll give it to Gasly. I mean, Hulkenberg finished last, but I'll give it to Gasly.
Yeah, we'll give it to Gasly.
Lando knows what he did. Lando, I hope, for Oscar's sake, is working up the beast now.
Well, we're going to discuss that in a minute. But first, so McLaren have secured this year's Constructors' Championship.
Yes.
Meaning they now have 10 Constructors' Championships.
We certainly do.
Not quite up there with I think I've got 19.
Yeah, you got a couple more than us, but that's all right. I'll take 10. We overtook Williams.
You know, so it's a good team effort.
It is a good team effort,
But,
depending on what side of the garage you're sitting on.
well, we might as well talk about this now while we've got the McLaren thing up, so I don't have to edit 2 different photos together. Because, you know, how do you see it at McLaren right now? Like being a McLaren supporter?
The same way Martin Brundle said it was in the commentary. The gloves are off now. Oscar has played the team game multiple times this year. And Lando has taken advantage every time. Every time the team game needs to be played, it's always Lando who's favoured.
Yeah.
And I said it will come to a point where Oscar Piastri cannot afford to do the fucking team game anymore.
Yeah.
That point is now.
Yes.
And it has been proven by Lando and McLaren.
Yeah.
That Lando could bounce off Max and Oscar and almost put Oscar on the wall for no repercussions whatsoever.
If there's one team in F1 history that manages to keep doing this same shit,
Oh, yeah.
it's McLaren. I mean,
McLaren knows how to drill up a fucking interpersonal war, don't they?
Senna and Prost.
Yep.
I think even Prost and Lauda had a little bit of issue. Alonso and Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Even Norris and Ricciardo.
A little bit.
You know, I think that it was downplayed a lot more than what was really going on.
This one was always going to be more high profile because now they're battling for the championship.
Yeah.
It was going to come to a point where you need a number one driver. And you're either going to let them race or you're not going to let them race.
The sad thing about it seems to be that Piastri is playing the team game. And every time they sit there and say, oh, you know, let Norris through because, you know, he had a crappy pit stop or whatever. And he's like, look, I'm reluctant, but I'll do it. Then Norris seems to want to go into business for himself. And it always seems like it's very much like what happened with Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber.
Yeah.
You know,
The irony of this being Piastri's
His manager
is Mark Webber.
you know, so Mark Webber's got to prepare him for this and go, right,
Mark
you
Webber's
need-
got to fucking take everything he learned from 2010 to
and just
2013 and just tell him to fucking don't pull rank anymore.
yeah,
If you want to be world champion, you can't play McLaren's game because McLaren's game keeps favouring Lando and you can't afford that.
yeah. Because, I mean,
And it's disheartening because it's making me hate Lando.
yeah.
And I've never hated Lando. But they are making me hate Lando because I just can't let these two do it on track.
Yeah. The worst thing is, though, is that Zach Brown and Andreas Stella.
Zach is playing favourite so bad.
Yeah.
Every time Lando wins, he's fucking doing a handstand. And every time Oscar wins, he just does a golf clap. And it's just like,
Yeah.
why? Why are you so... I know Lando's been there longer, but...
Because Lando's the golden boy.
I know, Lando is the Reece Walsh of the bloody... of McLaren at the moment. He's the
He's
golden egg.
No. He is the Nathan Cleary of the team.
You can go either way with that.
But my problem with it is that it's very much... You know that Zach Brown and Andreas Stella are sitting there going, Lando's our boy. And it's ironic that Oscar Piastri is leading the championship really on pure talent because the team is helping Lando Norris, and yet Piastri's still leading the championship on pure talent.
Well, he needs to use that pure talent.
Oh, he's got to stop.
He can't play a team game anymore.
No.
Team games aren't. Papaya Rules can go fuck itself.
No, well, it's like, that show Survivor?
Yeah.
Yeah, how it starts off as two tribes, and then halfway through they merge into one tribe and it becomes an individual game. It's individual game time now.
Well, what did Oscar say? He's like, Papaya Rules isn't that hard to explain. Don't crash into each other. That is Papaya Rules. Do not hit each other. There have been 2 collisions between McLaren this year.
And that both Norris.
Both of them were Norris's fault.
Yeah.
So who the fuck's playing Papaya Rules? It's obviously not Lando.
Yeah.
So at this point, it is pissing me off, and it's actually hurting me a bit because I don't hate Lando, but
And you know the worst?
I really fucking hate Lando. I really fucking hate the protection Lando's getting.
Yeah. It's very reminiscent of Seb Vettel versus
It's
Mark
very
Webber.
reminiscent of Christian Horner protecting Seb Vettel
Yeah.
against Mark Webber.
And it's yeah. And you know the worst thing is their antics, specifically Lando Norris's antics, are opening the door for Max Verstappen
Max
to come back
Verstappen
in.
can still mathematically win the
Yeah,
championship.
there's 6 rounds left to go.
Yeah.
He's still in there.
This would be the biggest bottle job in the history of bottle jobs.
It'll be Seb Vettel in 2013.
This will be the biggest implosion ever.
Actually, you know what it'll be? 2007.
Yeah.
Alonso and Hamilton, they sit there and butt fuck each other over, and then Kimi Räikkönen just comes in and says, "Well, I'll take the championship off you.
I'll just take the championship by a point."
I don't really care if you two fight because I don't really
It
care.
wouldn't, well, there you go. It wouldn't be the first time they've had a generational fucking clusterfuck bottle job that they've blown the unwinnable fucking game.
Yeah. They'll be doing a fucking Penrith Panthers.
They'll be doing a Penrith.
Yeah.
Generational fumble, just
Yeah.
fucked it. Or Canberra. Or whatever. Throw any analogy in there.
Take your pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say Atlanta Falcons in 2017 Super Bowl, but you could say that.
But, look, I think Piastri is going to win the title.
It'll piss a lot of people off.
But, holy Christ, he's...
In McLaren.
But, well, I mean...
He fucking deserves it. He's the better driver.
Yeah, and he's not the one getting careened into. He's the one who's been playing the team game the whole year.
Talk about Papaya Rules. Don't make contact.
Well,
Both contacts between you guys have been Lando's fault.
look at Monza.
So who's playing fucking Papaya Rules there?
Look at Monza, right? Norris had an issue with the tyre gun, and the team said, "I'll let him through." Piastri has an issue with the tyre gun, and I think he even got on the blower and said, "You guys going to let me through?"
Yeah.
You know? But no, it didn't happen because he was already behind Norris in the race, so we're not going to pull that card. Yeah, it just seems like they really want to hammer home that Lando Norris is their golden boy and Oscar Piastri is the number 2. It's going to suck if Oscar Piastri wins it. The number 2
fucking hope
being
he
the world
does.
champion.
I was already being patriotic about it, but now I've got to be fully patriotic about it.
Yeah, fuck it. I want Piastri to win.
I do too.
Yeah.
At the expense of Lando, which sucks because I don't hate Lando, but
Well, Lando's really turning into a fucking man-child.
Lando is turning heel. He's getting the help of the higher-ups.
Yeah, he's the fucking Rock the Dwayne Johnson is helping him.
Yeah, he's
Fucking doing a John Cena.
he's doing a heel turn. It's which is so disheartening because I've loved the kid since day one.
But this is how bad the repercussions could get, though. I mean, both drivers are signed with McLaren until the end of 2028. Piastri could get so shit off, and Mark Webber, we know what Mark Webber's like. Webber could sit there and say, well, you know what, at the end of next year, go, no, we're not honouring this contract. You're not playing a fair team game.
Yeah, this could cost McLaren Oscar Piastri.
And I reckon Lewis Hamilton is going to retire at the end of next year, which means Piastri is going to go to Ferrari. I guarantee it. If he has to leave McLaren, Ferrari will snap him up because Behrman's not ready.
Yeah, honestly.
And it would be a great get, but then it means that Charles Leclerc's either got to step up or step off.
Yeah, Charles will be under more pressure. We know how he reacts to pressure.
Yeah, just puts it in the wall.
Just give him a 5-second lead in France and let him go.
Just no.
Bloody hell.
All right, so we're on to the news now. Did you like in the last episode I put the ABC News theme
I was
remix behind it?
You got to pop out of me for that.
Yes. First news item is the 2026 sprint calendar races. There's 6 races next year that are going to be sprint races. The first one is China. The second one is Miami. Third one is Canada. Yes.
That is a sprint track.
That is a sprint track. The fourth one is Silverstone. I'll pay that.
Yeah.
The fifth one is the Netherlands.
Yeah, it can work.
And the final one is Singapore.
That is fucking head-scratching.
Shouldn't it be Monza?
They already bitch about how hot it is in Singapore. Now you're going to make them race twice.
Yeah. So, I don't think Miami really is a sprint race track.
No, China and Miami aren't sprint race tracks.
Yeah, why don't they make Baku a sprint race track while they're at it,
You didn't put Monza in there.
Put Monaco as a sprint
You
race
didn't
track.
put Monza or Austria in there.
Yeah. Like the 2 races. The 2 fastest races.
The 2 tracks that are made, put Monaco in there for a sprint race, you idiot.
Yeah, fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Stefano Domenicali makes some real fucking stupid
It's really
decisions.
not hard to just put in Monza, Austria, Canada, and fucking... Then you can go from there.
I mean, fuck.
Zandvoort will work.
Suzuka.
Yeah, Suzuka might work for a sprint race.
Yeah, you could have fucking Bahrain as one.
Yeah.
Canada. Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico will be alright for a sprint, maybe.
Yeah. Austria.
Yeah.
Maybe Hungary.
Yeah, Hungary's a bit single file, though.
It's better than Miami.
Put Monaco in there for a sprint race, you cowards.
Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas would be a good sprint, right?
Vegas. There we go. See? Stefano Domenicali, come and talk to us.
Yeah.
We are prepared to accept the job.
Pay us in cash, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Cash.
Lots of cash.
Cash
Lots
in
of
a briefcase.
Non-tax deductible cash.
So that Elbow doesn't know about it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. We can fix your fucking sport because clearly you fucking can't.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Well, I mean, someone suggested that they should change it down to just 2-day weekends instead of it being like Friday with FP1 and 2. That they should do just the Saturday have FP1.
Saturday morning practice, have, 2 practice sessions in the morning, qualifying in the afternoon. And
Well,
then Grand Prix on
no,
Saturday.
they were actually saying do FP1 on Saturday morning, and then FP2 Saturday afternoon, qualifying on the Sunday morning, and the race on Sunday afternoon.
You could do that. And then we'll make the practice sessions 90 minutes instead of an hour.
Yeah.
We'll give them a 2-hour practice session instead of a 1 hour.
Or make the practice sessions 45 minutes instead of an hour. So then when you have a sprint race, you can do the sprint race on the Saturday as well.
Yeah, or just do what they do now and give them one practice session in the sprint race.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the sprint races. Right. Next
Yeah,
news. Next.
Singapore is genuinely baffling.
Yeah.
So is Miami, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next news item, which is Azerbaijan is still going to be on the grid until 2030.
Oh, the crowd goes mild. And the crowd goes mild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look, it's not the worst track on the calendar.
No. But it's
not the
not
best
far
track.
off it.
It's not the best track on the calendar, but it's not the worst.
Yeah, it's certainly a butthole clencher. But, in terms of what we get as a spectator, it's a bit ordinary.
It's a bit shit.
All right, next news item. So we go to the land of Red Bull. So there's a couple of things to do with Red Bull. First of all, they're talking about who's going to be driving for the team and for Racing Bulls next year. So Max Verstappen obviously will still be there next year. But they're saying that there's rumours and story coming out that it's going to be Max Verstappen and Isaac Hadjar.
Yeah, I'm not against that. Yuki Tsunoda hasn't really set the world on fire this year, has he?
Yeah, but Yuki Tsunoda is going to be completely out of the Red Bull system.
So he's not even going back to RB?
No, they're not going to re-sign him apparently, and he's going to sign to be the reserve driver at Aston Martin.
Because of his Honda backing?
Yeah. Which means that Racing Bulls will probably be Liam Lawson and Lindblad.
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm not terribly against it.
I'm not incredibly shocked by the news. He just hasn't... Yeah. He was alright at VCARB, but he never seemed ready. He never seemed like he was going to be a world beater.
Yeah, but everyone seems to be better at VCARB, and then they get to the main team, and it's just like, this car is such a shit
Second
box.
car is just so awkward to drive. Unless your name's Max Verstappen.
Yeah, it's on such a knife edge that
Yeah.
unless you're Max Verstappen...
Or Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah.
Who they had a chance to put up there and didn't.
Yeah, well, you know, Danny Ricciardo, he's got a job now as the brand ambassador for Ford.
Well, there you go. Who happened to be
Engine
power
supplier.
unit supplier for fucking Red Bull.
And I was actually watching a thing about it, how Ford personnel are actually moving into Red Bull powertrains.
Really?
Yeah, so that building is going to be Red Bull Ford.
There you go.
So, and they're going to be building the engines at that facility.
He's a brand ambassador. I wonder who's going to go drive for, like, Le Mans or something.
He might actually...
I'd love to see him get into NASCAR.
I think he might be next year showing up and driving at Bathurst.
I wouldn't be against that.
I wouldn't be against that either.
In a
Yep.
Ford.
Yeah, you know what they should do, though? Also get Max Verstappen. They could be co-drivers.
That'd be mad.
That would be epic.
Max would probably want to do it, too.
Yeah.
Red Bull would probably be like, no.
Yeah. Wait, well, Red Bull
Well, they let him do the GT3.
in V8 supercars. They're running Ford, aren't they?
They are going to be Ford as of next year, I think.
Yeah.
They're holding now.
And Andretti Walkinshaw is going to Toyota Supra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Andretti were... Well, they were Holden, and then they were Ford this year.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be Supra.
Yeah.
A V8 Supra.
Yeah, with the engine from a Toyota Land Cruiser.
Yeah. Go figure.
Well, you know it'll be reliable.
Yeah, shit won't never break down.
The other Red Bull story, it's not so much a Red Bull story, but it's a slight offshoot from that. The race did a story about Christian Horner. Now, apparently Christian Horner, he's completely done with Red Bull. He's not in the Red Bull system anymore. He's completely out of the company. But he was supposed to get like a rather large payout. And instead he settled for a paltry $100 million payout so that he doesn't have to do his long gardening leave and he can start shopping to be in a new team at the start of next year. And apparently he's actually been talking to Flavio Briatore because there's rumours that he might be trying to buy the Alpine team. Don't know why you'd want to do that.
Only to, turn it into your own team.
Yeah.
Surely he's not trying to own Alpine, because that's a fucking dumpster fire.
No, but he wants, the facilities and...
He wants the Alpine team and facilities.
Yeah.
So he can turn it into File 76 Racing with their logo of a blurred out penis.
But yeah, Horn Dog Racing.
Horn Dog Racing.
But apparently the other rumour is that he might be starting a team from scratch and having a 12th team.
I like that idea.
He would need Saudi backing, though, to make that happen.
Yeah, well, you need $600 million, apparently.
I think the Saudis could do it. And if it was a GP2 team or an F2 team that was coming up, like Trident or High Tech, because apparently High Tech...
They put in applications and got knocked back.
You know what I think would be the best thing, though, if he could do it? Is if he got High Tech to step up and he had an agreement kind of like what Toto Wolff has got with Mercedes. Because it's split three ways. Toto Wolff owns 33.3%. Ineos, they own 33.3%. And Mercedes themselves own 33.3%.
Does that mean you got a 141% chance of winning at Sacrifice?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Spells disaster for you.
Steiner math. But I think the best thing you could do is do 33% himself, 33% with High Tech, and this will get him an engine supply, is if he goes 33.3% with Porsche.
It's possible.
Because remember, Porsche wanted to join F1, but they wanted to be 50-50 share.
Yeah, they wanted 50% of McLaren.
Yeah.
And McLaren said no.
And it was the same with Williams.
Yeah.
And then they went to Red Bull, and Red Bull's like, no, we're not handing over control. Like, it's us. You're just supplying engines. So I think this might be the best way for Christian to get a team from scratch on the grid. And effectively, he's getting the Audi power unit, but rebadged as a Porsche. With a couple of Porsche tweaks to it.
Well, I mean, it's possible. Just depends on how much money he's willing to spend at the big roulette table.
Well, he's just been paid $100 million by Red Bull.
Yeah, it's great for his bank account, but...
And, his missus is a Spice Girl.
Yeah, but you still need about $600 million.
That's why you get the Saudis involved.
Oh, he's got to get the Saudis involved.
Yeah, you get the Saudis
That'll be
involved.
his next challenge.
Yeah.
Sell your soul to the Saudis,
Yeah.
like Triple H did.
So did McLaren.
McLaren's been Bahrain back since 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it way before it became cool.
Oh, right. Okay. Papaya rules,
Papaya
eh?
Rules. Doesn't count for us.
It doesn't count for you.
Just call us Reese Walsh.
Doesn't count for you, Lando.
count.
Johnny Norris.
Doesn't count. We already had the backing before backing became cool. How about it?
Fucking hell.
That's the only reason they survived through COVID. Because they
True.
had Saudi back. Actually, I think
They sold a bit more of their
they
company.
sold a bit more to the Saudis.
Yeah.
Got more money after it.
Yeah.
Now we're rich.
Oh, yeah. Did you see EA is no longer a publicly traded company now?
Yeah, Saudi's got them.
Saudi's bought a video game company.
Good way to all the rainbow flag warriors now. Your LBG2 barbecue fucking people. You're in trouble now. Yeah.
At least Microsoft didn't buy it.
EA don't want you. Microsoft's dead. Hurry up and sell the rights of Halo to PlayStation, you fucks.
Halo Infinite is actually getting ported over to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Right.
Well, Microsoft already gave up Forza.
Yeah, well.
And they can give up Halo. Give up Halo. Xbox is dead.
And you know what they should have done? A Gears of War Halo crossover game.
Would have been sick.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. But,
Anyway, back to...
Microsoft, they're like Stefano Domenicali. Stupid decisions.
Don't know what we're doing.
Not at all.
All the gear, no idea.
Right. Next news item. Hang on. Just got to double check my thing. Yep. Right. Next news item. Ferrari. Well, as we alluded to earlier, Lewis Hamilton has had the absolute week from hell. Unfortunately, earlier in the week,
he's even on the photo.
Yeah, and so's Leo.
He's even on the silhouette.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Roscoe, Lewis Hamilton's beloved dog, was put to sleep.
Formula One's beloved bulldog, Roscoe.
And it was sad. Like
he was 16 years old.
No, he's 14. He was 14,
which is like way longer than bulldogs usually live for.
Yeah, and he was in induced coma. His heart stopped while he was in that, so they had to bring him back.
Yeah, he had pneumonia, and they had to put him in a coma. And while he was in a coma, his heart stopped, and then he came back, and he was on life support for 4 days.
But he had a couple of key visitors. The first one was Charles Leclerc showed up with Leo, and this actually got me really sad because he put Leo beside Roscoe, and Leo started licking him like, "You're gonna wake up, mate. Come on, wake up." And Max Verstappen stopped by with his daughter.
Yeah.
And his daughter kept patting Leo and must have whispered something because Roscoe actually kind of woke up for a little bit and then went back in. But, yeah, it's just sad,
Yeah. Anyone who's lost a dog knows it's sad.
He even brought the collar from his previous dog, Coco, in with him as well, thinking that would help. But, yeah. I hopefully he finds... I think, kind of like what we did when we lost our Spaniels back in 2017 and 2018. We went to Mackay Animal Rescue, Mars, and that's how we got Kiki, the dog that keeps barking in the background sometimes.
Yeah.
Kiki. So we rehomed her when she was a pup, and it's only cost us $10,000 on knee replacements, and she's got pancreatitis. But other than that, she's good as gold, mate.
Expensive little thing.
Yeah, but she still greets everyone like particularly you. She loves you.
Oh yeah,
and
she
Shay,
loves me.
and Shay, and Longhorn.
Yeah.
But so maybe that's the best thing for Lewis once he gets back from Singapore is to go and adopt another fur-legged fur child.
Yeah, maybe.
So, but deepest condolences to Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, R.I.P. Roscoe.
Yeah.
Just hopefully the 2 weeks off he gets a little bit of mental closure.
Yeah.
He needs it.
Right, so we're going to move on now to the driver's standings at the end of the Singapore F1. I love singing. I'm a bit of a singer. In 10th place is Nico Hülkenberg on 37 points. 9th place is Isaac Hadjar with 39 points. 8th place is Alex Albon with 70 points. 7th place is Kimi Antonelli with 88 points. 6th place is Lewis Hamilton with 125 points. 5th place is Charles Leclerc with 173 points. Fourth place is George Russell with 237 points. Third place is Max Verstappen with 273 points. Second place is Lando Norris with 314 points and still leading the championship despite McLaren's meddling. First place is Oscar Piastri with 336 points. And the Constructors, 10th place is Alpine with 20 points. 9th place is Haas with 46. 8th place is Kick Sauber with 55. 7th place is Aston Martin with 68. 6th place is Racing Bulls with 72 points. 5th place is Williams with 102 points. 4th place is Red Bull Racing on 290 points. 3rd place is Ferrari with 298 points. 2nd place is Mercedes with 325 points. And winning the Constructors' Championship finally with their name in gold, it's McLaren with 650 points.
Hell yeah, gold numbers, baby.
Yeah.
Woo!
I have this sneaking suspicion, though, that Ferrari are going to finish this season in 4th in the Constructors.
Max Verstappen doing it all on his own.
And Ferrari have not issued any updates on the car since July because they have changed their focus to next year's car already.
Well, you're going to be a little bit further down the pit lane.
We'll get more wind tunnel time.
Yeah.
So
We're playing the long game.
Yeah.
And if we know anything, Ferrari's really good at long-term strategy and short-term strategy and pit strategy and driver strategy.
See, the problem is you keep saying the word strategy. That's the problem. Strategy. What is this?
I know what strategy
We haven't had strategy since Ross Brawn and Jean Todt were in the team.
Yeah. Michael, win by 30 seconds. Okay. That's not a strategy.
We need 30 qualifying laps.
Okay.
Goes out and does it.
That's literally the only call. That's the only strategy Ferrari's ever had.
Just put your foot
30
down.
qualifying laps, please, Michael. Okay. Wins by...
Or Rubens let Michael through.
That's it. That's the only bit of strategy Ferrari's ever had.
But, yeah, no, they've already started work on next year's car already, and they're probably going to drop down to 4th. Give them a bit more wind tunnel time.
Play the long game.
Yeah, play the long game. Yeah, that works. Yeah,
Seems to be working.
yeah. So then we get to the social medias. So you can watch us on YouTube on the F1 Chat, care of Vindicator 18 channel. We're also on YouTube with the F1 Chat -1. We're on Facebook, the F1 Chat. We're on X, the F1 Chat 1. Don't forget the 1. We're on Rumble, the F1 Chat. And we're on Spotify, the F1 Chat. Right. So that's those 2 races. And then the next race is in 2 weeks, I believe, in a fortnight's time. At Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah,
in
Coda.
Kota.
Yeehaw.
We are back to the Herman Tilke disaster pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there.
I think this track is going to favour the McLarens.
Wasn't this the track last year when Max and Lando got stuck onto each other?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Oscar...
it was Mexico. It was Mexico when the rot started.
Yeah, because Lando... Something happened at Coda last year. I can't remember. Lando got penalised.
Oh, yeah, for pushing him off the track.
Yeah, he overtook off the track and lost... Yeah.
And then Mexico, Max was just blatantly pushing him off the track.
And then Max got done.
And then he did it again in Brazil.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely blatant.
Well, we'll see what this year brings.
Yeah, well, you know.
Now that they're both fighting for a championship.
Yeah.
Well, all 3 of them are now. Oscar, Lando, and Max.
I mean, look at the races we've got upcoming. You got Coda, which, you know, I think that's going to favour the McLarens because that really is a power circuit.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of curves too.
Yeah. You got Mexico where the elevation and the thinner air that always wreaks havocs with brakes and engines.
Yes.
You got Brazil, same thing, but also you got the weather.
Yeah, Brazil could be torrential rain.
You got Vegas.
Yeah, that's Power Track.
That's Power Track. You've got Qatar. And you've got Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
So this is going to go down to the wire. And I reckon it's going to piss down rain in Brazil, and it's going to be a Max Verstappen masterclass.
Yeah, well, the championship's not over till it's over.
No.
6 races, plenty of time.
And this...
I think there's still a sprint race, a couple of sprint races too.
Yes. Yeah, there's a sprint race at Brazil, I think. Is it Brazil or is it Coda?
I don't know.
It's Coda. Coda's got the sprint race. Well, we will see. We will see.
Oh, it's all still to play for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the scoreboard. There is 60 points, 63 points from Max Verstappen to Oscar Piastri.
Yeah.
And there's 6 races, 6 times 25.
I think Piastri's lead over Lando is 26 points or something.
So that's like 100 and...
That's a race win.
150 points. Plus, 10 points for a sprint race win.
Yeah.
It could easily swing back to Max Verstappen's way, and he could easily take it in the last race like Abu Dhabi 2021.
We could still be set for an almighty model job, or Oscar Piastri fucking drives like a beast and wins the next 3 races and
well,
fucking...
he's got to go into business for himself now.
Yeah, he can't
Constructors is sealed up.
Constructors are sealed up. You don't have to play a team game anymore.
Yeah, no, it's individual immunity now, mate.
It's all about you, my friend.
Yeah, individual immunity.
Go and take it.
Right. So, thanks everyone for tuning into this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you in a couple of weeks for COTA.
Yes.
And,
The chase for the championship is on now.
Yep. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Until then, it is goodbye, and we will see you then. Ta-ta.